Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Transport Fever Peninsula. Today we're starting out on a Generation 2 line. There's a thing. We're heading on the passenger train. Well, there are no other trains at the moment, but we're heading towards Caprica City. We've got 58 people on board, so it's going to make a little bit of money. Not much, but it's going to make a little bit. The reason that we're riding on this train is I'm purely waiting to make a big, hefty freight network purchase setup kind of a deal. And we're going to get to that pretty shortly. But I wanted to ride this back. Yeah, I know, I didn't know exactly what I was going to say there, but I think I covered it well. Anyway, we'll ride this back because on the left-hand side... No, wait, hold on. On one side or other of the train, as we head back towards the Citadel, we shall see the primary focal point for today's escapade number one. Well, I say escapade number one, it's going to be today's escapade, numbers 1 through all, because we're going to run something up that big old line that we stuck in last time round, and I am itching to ride on it. Now, we won't be able to afford the big boy, regrettably. We've got another year to go. When we hit 1950, the loan limit increases, which is perilous to say the least, but we'll be hitting that anyway. But no, in the first instance, what we're going to use is, pretty much as cheap a train as we can get away with, because I haven't got an awful lot of cash. About 5.5 million in the loan account as we last looked at it. I think it was there. I think that's what we were driving past, and therefore there really wasn't much to see, was there? And no, there really wasn't. And still, look, it's a nice tunnel. All right, let's get the intro out of the way and get this show on the road. Wait for it. Wait. I was going to wait till we came out of the tunnel. And intro. Of course, you say you're going to crack on immediately, but then you're rewarded with views like this. Now, as much as that is an incredibly steep bit of hillside going on there, it does kind of work. It looks all right, apart from the semi-floating kind of park benches you've got going on. But I think we can forgive that to a degree, to an extent, somewhat, a little bit. But no, I want to see where else this goes. It's been a while since I paid attention to this line. In fact, it's probably been 4, 5 episodes maybe since we were here, and therefore I've got absolutely no idea what it's going to do next. Except, of course, I know what it's going to do next. It's telling me at the bottom of the screen that we're going to the Toontown New Station after running through this tree. Trees. They come, they go. There's always more in the Tree Gun magazine. Speaking of which, there's not an awful lot of trees in this area, is there? No, there isn't. Should we get off the train and go do some work? Yeah, all right then. There we go. So that's what you got there. This is the Bumson rattling along quite nicely. A very nice, profitable service it is too. Anyway, we're in October. I've got $500,000 in the bank. Let's stick that in the account. I've got 7 million quid to play with. That'll be enough for a freight train, won't it? I reckon it probably will be. Oh, actually, we've turned up in quite a good place here because we're very close to the station here, which is where we shall be processing our stone and aggregates into construction materials. Now, before we deploy any kind of a train-based stuff, we're going to need to set up all of the obvious usual stuff, which is the latter distribution of that which is brought in. So we'll keep this simple. We'll just bang that in there. And I'm even going to start setting things in motion now so that I don't have to do it later. Where's my nearest truck depot? Hold on a moment. We might need to finish this road off first. Well, I say might. There's no might about it. We need to finish this road off first. Let's bang in a bit of medium country road. And then let's do this as a bridge, please. No. Yeah, no. Look, you've got ledge, just span over the top of it. Just do that, right? I mean, that makes the most sense, doesn't it? I mean, it's a little bit more expensive, but it makes the most sense. And what should we use here? Jolly Green is always calling to me, but it always does call to me. Let's bang in a bit of steel on that one. And there you go. Right, connect everything up. Yeah, I know, that's horrible. And this one's going to be more... In fact, this one's not even going to work, so we'll get rid of that. And then we'll finish it off that way. Right, good. So, we trundle up the road here, and I'll tell you what else, we're going to upgrade this while we're here. There you are. So that the trucks can maintain a heady velocity as they do their thing. And we'll trundle up from there to... yeah, well, it's industrial is what we're looking for. So where have we got? Well, you got decent coverage there. In fact, let's have a look. How much have you got? That'll do. Yep, the Citadel Central will do the trick very nicely indeed. So we just need to buy some trucks. Is there a road depot anywhere? Anywhere at all? Anywhere at all? Not for absolutely miles. So we'll build one out here, and then that'll get us covered. Actually, I better make sure this is in range. It looks like it is. It's kind of hard to tell, but you have got the grey outline going on there to suggest that it is in range. Because if it's not, this is going to accomplish precious little. Road depot, please. Oh, I'm out of cash. Well, I won't be for long. I mean, we're making cash pretty quickly, but not quickly enough. Let's up the tempo to moderate, and that way we won't have to hang around too long. I could just take it out of the loan account, of course, but I don't want to. Freight, right, okay, so we shall occupy this where the Opal Blitz isn't as fast as the Studebaker, if I recall correctly. Well, Studebaker does a little bit more. So, Conmats, it's got it. I'm going to buy 2. I know, steady on there. That's pretty dramatic. Well, it's more a case of, you know, I don't want to overpay while we're waiting for it to build up. So this is going to be... no, it's not. It's the Central is the one we want. That one. There we go. Easy enough. And that's going to be... What are we calling it? Oh, we've got these up. So this is going to be industrial. Industrial. And that's... what town is that? Citadel. Cita. Construction. Materials. Brick. Marvellous. Because it looks like a brick and thus... 'Tis a brick, my lad. Right, set these lot on industrial, whatever it was I just called it. Chitta brick. Good. Right, that's that one. Now we get to go down to the other end, which is a very, 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 very long way away. And in fact, the smarter thing to do would be to just get the line rolling by using the goods station here to do some... excitable things with fuel and oil and what have you. But, no. Okay, right, well, so I suppose not. Right, then we come around here and then we head back down to the other end. This is an enormous route. If the turnaround time is less than 45 minutes, I'd be extremely surprised. But we'll see what the impact is. Now, I think this will still work. I'm basing that on nothing. Actually, no, I'm not basing it on nothing. Oh, we've got our first food delivery, look. The reason I think it will still work is because I am yet to have anything not work. 13 food on the way. Oh, right, okay. Well, how are you going to pay off? Or how much are you going to pay off? Sorry, we have to pay attention to this. Pay a bit more down into that. Are you loaded? Are you... Yes, you are. Right. What's the payday that you get for one food delivery from the port then? Wait for it. Here we go. We're looking in here. And 17.5 grand. That's not bad at all. What's your running cost per year? 34. No, 26. Okay, so 2 deliveries a year, and that makes those profitable. So that's not bad. Just a case of making sure we get the right amount of food coming in then, I suppose. But if you think about how far that food has travelled from raw resource to manufacturing to port, and even then you've got this this food delivery bit here, it's significant. And also, it's then queuing here because for some reason I decided that the smartest thing to do would have a second line come pick it up. I'm double dipping all over the place. In fact, this food I am multi-dipping, quadruple, nay, quintuple dipping to make money on that. Why are you running empty? Commercial Arrow food. Where are you going? Commercial mint food. Oh, interesting. Okay, all right, I see what it's doing. Anyway, this will also pick up because we're coming back here with stone. Meanwhile, we've got the F7A is apparently upon us significantly. It's not for use yet, but it's one that I'll quite like to use later on. Right, I need an engine shed that's going to do the job. I've got an engine shed here, but trying to explain to it that I want it to go up the rail, then back down this way a bit, it's not going to work. So another temporary shed will do the job. And we're going to use the smallest one we can find, which is the default. Right, whiz it around, slap it on there, everybody's happy. That was significantly easier than I thought it was going to be. Right, so next job is to bring down from here we want to bring some stone to this place. So we've already got our route plumbed in. We've got food on the go there. Now, I'm going to use nappies. Which I know is dirty and lousy and cheating and anything else you want to describe, but I don't have the luxury to run dedicated resource trains at the moment. Maybe later on I will do, but for now, no. Right, stone there and then to here. In fact, let's name that correctly as well. Who have we got here? This is Treadstone, manufacturer of spies and stone. Right, Treadstone. Okay, so line 1 goes from Treadstone to Lower Minas Tirith. No, this is going to be Minas Tirith freight interchange. Yes, I'm almost certain there's a misspelling in there. Don't care. And then this is going to be called something. Industrial, almost certainly. Unless, no, oh, you got food transfer there. So we'll call this stone transfer Minas Tirith. Okay, good. Now, how many trucks should you put on that? I think we'll start with 1. And I think we will rapidly reach a stage where we can go for more than 1. You're a road depot. Come with me if you want to live. Or even if you don't. Come with me because it's your job and you don't want to be fired. Not enough money. You sure? Got enough money now, haven't I? Yeah. Right, stone, something, and so forth, whatnot. Do it. Okay, that's all the things done apart from the big thing. And the big thing is going to happen now. Right, okay, buy a train. Now, before we go any further, I should probably point out that I'm not entirely certain that this line is connected all the way to the other end. So we might have to go and have a quick look-see at that, but we'll figure that out in due course. Right, what have we got as far as diesels are concerned? Yeah, and you got the F7, the diesel that did it. Is a steam locomotive local freight to luxury passengers. 2.8 million, that's reasonable. 480k a year, that's a bit more pricey. Presumably there's a power booster. Is this a power booster? Or is this just a null? And yeah, I guess that's a power booster, but it actually provides additional whatnot. All right, let's go talk to Steam. We want to stay in Steam for a bit longer. I mean, you know, even something like a Mikado might do the job, you know, 50 miles per hour. Same price. Okay, power 1.5, tractive effort 51. Power 1.5, tractive effort 51. Power 1.4, tractive effort 40. All right. Okay, so it's slower, the Mikado. And I know we're at the late era for Mikado use. What about a Class 9K? That's 8.7 million to you, Gov. I think we'll be going with a Mikado unless someone else volunteers and goes, I'm well powerful. Because I'm going to need you to be well powerful because of the job at hand. Big boy, yes, it's here. We will end up using it, but not today. What about the Canadian Mikado? Same spec, but it's Canadian. I might end up using that, you know. What about these fellas? Oh, hold on. 2.3. That's more than 1 point whatever it wasn't. What were these? 1.5. 2.3. That is, they're almost double the cost. Yes. 1.9. Now, see, these are all balanced. I'm hoping to find a bargain, and I'm just not. For the castle class, you want something with evenly sized wheels. I am led to believe. Attractive effort's a bit low on those. What else we got? 35 and 1.9. No, attractive effort's a bit low. Speed is less of an issue than just pure grunt. I think it's going to be the Mikado, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's the one to go for until we've got a bit more money to be a bit more exuberant. Right, okay, I've got 2 million here. I'm going to have a bit more than that in a moment. All right, ramp it right up to max. Let's see what we can get. So we'll take a Canadian Mikado just for the sake of variety. Then as far as freight is concerned, we're going to take the NAFI's latest. NAFI's, well, that's only an 1890, which does 75 miles an hour, which is absolutely fine. Right, okay. Unless anybody else wants to go, yeah, I'd do it all as well, Gov. Now, if I remember correctly, you don't take logs. You go a bit faster, you carry one more, you double the price. Yeah, that's not helpful. NAFI's is the way to go. Just going to check, just to be on the safe side. See, I mean, if you're doing an oil route or something like that, I much prefer using proper tankers for it. Boxcars are exactly the same, and we'll get around to doing that eventually. But right now, what I want is a nice big fat earning capability kind of a deal. 10 of these will give us 110. Well done. You are clearly the brightest tool in the yard. Who are you calling a tool? Is that going to be enough? To start with, definitely. You could always add more later. Yeah, because, I mean, any more than this and you will start running the risk of not being able to pull them. I mean, the Mikado is a capable beast, but it's, you know, it has its limits. All right, let's sink most of that back into there. This needs a name. This is going to be the Jerp Cortex. Yeah, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Right, okay, park you over here, close that off, and then we need to set up the route. You can start life rolling again, I don't mind that. So, from down here at Minas Tirith Freight, and we're going to chart, my goodness me, our routes are flying all over the show, get rid of that. Up to somewhere 1,000 miles away. Now, 1,000 miles away on your train, that's not actually that uncommon, right? Bang that in there. The Citadel East could not connect all stations. Okay. As projected previously, we are going to have to look at this. Also, the Citadel East is a fine name for a station, but that's not what we're going to call it. We'll call it the Citadel, which is something I just deleted, but I will now reinstate. Brickworks. That's nice. Good. And then we'll name this after that, which is Sinar Fleet Systems. Sinar Fleet Systems. Right. Okay. Why aren't you working then, Princess? Speak with me and let us resolve the problems that you have that are stopping you being all you can be and living your best life and all of that other hokey nonsense. Right. What? Yeah, I know that. I'm working on it. Flipping. It's not connected. Yeah, I'm more than aware. Thank you. Right. Presumably this bit works. Yeah, that bit definitely works. Okay. Now here's another thought. Right. We could just run a train from here up to there, come back, drop it off, rinse, repeat. Right. And then bring another train up here and run a shuttle that could take both oil and flipping stone. I'm not going to. Not until this one starts running me ragged as far as money is concerned. Okay, right, so where does this line even go? Are we confident that goes underground the whole way. Let's have a look. It comes round here, whereupon it rejoins the big line here. Now, have I double slipped this junction? It certainly looks like I have. Yep. Okay, onwards. So all we're looking for is where the lack of being able to get over both lines, which actually no longer matters. You're coming up this way. Ships. You've got 100 cows. You've got 80 fuel. You've got nothing. All right, there you go. That's your shipping update. Don't collide. I wish I wouldn't do that. What are you carrying? I'm carrying 29 loaves of bread, and they're going to pay me £1 million for them. Right, okay, here we go. Here's the problem. No, it's not the problem. This is a bit of triple tracking that isn't currently in use, but the double track will suffice because it all merges into one single track, which is going to cause quite the traffic jam. But I'm comfortable with that. Then we triple track. You should be able to do this, I would have thought. Alright, keep going. We could probably go a little bit faster than this. I know the guided tour is beautiful, but we're going to be doing that in a moment when we ride on the thing. Ah! Right, single track that I suspect doesn't have any kind of crossover-y kind of anything. Yep, it doesn't. So we're single track there. So you're going to want a double track at least. But then you've got line 3, which is our freight line. All this lot's going to need to punch through the mountain to come out. Oh, crumbs, where does it come out? Over here. Oh, no, look, it's hooked up to go triple track. No, it's hooked up to go double track. Ah, right. So, there we go. I should have gone the other way because we're right back at the start and it doesn't go anywhere. I've also made this a single track tunnel. And you know, I'm not going to fix it. I'm going to leave that alone. Now, this is going to create a horrible parallel tunnel here. How much have I got? 2 million. Okay, I might be able to afford it. And rip it around and connect onto there. 12 million quid. You know how I said I thought I might be able to afford it? Also, 12 miles per hour. What? Eh? What? Oh, change to a track that's slightly more amenable to higher speeds. 186 miles an hour. That's a little bit better. 12.5 million quid. I ain't paying that. No, you can speak to my solicitor. It's not happening. All right, okay, we're going to need to do... I don't know why my solicitor needs to get involved, but I try and involve him as often as possible. Bang that in there to elongate the tunnel. Bang that in there as well to elongate the tunnel. I know, it doesn't do anything. Trust me, there is madness and method in close proximity with one another. All right, bang that in there. No, come the other way. Bang that in there to elongate the tunnel. Right, you connect up with anything. Just anything at all. Anything in the slightest. I don't care what you connect up with, just connect up with it. Don't make this difficult. I've got a brand new brand spanky sat in a flipping depot there, waiting to go out and have a rare old time, and what I don't need from you is your lip. But sir, we fall off the edge of the universe. Nah, never mind that. The universe will get by fine without us. Alright, let's do some judicious deletion then. Is that everything? Apart from line 2? Yeah, okay. Well, we're just going to have to do it this way. What are you colliding with? Well, stop going uphill. There you go. Keep it fresh. Keep it clean. What's the problem? Yeah, you see, this is tricky because it can't go through here because this flipping tunnel mouth is in the way, and I can't do anything to make the tunnel mouth any better than that. This is going to be an issue. Okay, well, there's another solution for the moment. The eventual solution is slightly more convoluted than that, and the eventual solution basically carries the strap line. We're going to bulldoze it and have another go. Right. No. Well, this is once again the perils of using the bulldozer as a means of stopping using one tool and switching to another one. Stop doing it. It's not clever, and eventually it just doesn't save you any time at all. Right, we're going to do that. Yeah, I know, it's terrible, but there you go. Alright, slip that. We still haven't fixed it because we've got to connect the other end, but we are now connected to these two lines. Now, is this line also going to attempt to charge me both arms and legs to get through to the other end in a double-tracked fashion? One would hope not, given that it can just skirt alongside its pal here, but we're already up to 5 million, so that's a big fat no for the time being. What we're going to need to do here, I might even go against my my culture and beliefs here and make an ugly exit from the tunnel, which I appear to have done. Right, needs must. It is more important that I get this rolling than anything else. Right, where's the problem, Kenneth? My name's Kenneth, and I've got a problem. Right, Minas Tirith, freight, line 1. We then head up here. We then require a signal of some kind. I would say one of these would be ideal for this particular task. We stick that on there just to keep everybody happy. And then we look at what have we got going on here. That all seems to be fine. Right, so we get out the other end of the tunnel here. And this is what happens when you're making your stuff on the cheap. We come out the other end. Now, we could merge onto line 2 at this point, and I'm tempted to do so in the tunnel, despite the fact that, once again, I am now going against everything I believe in. But there we go, we've done that. Still broken, just to bring you up to speed, and then it should work. It should totally work from here. Okay, right, let's back it up and work the problem. Alright, we can make it to Arakeen. Alright, kill Arakeen. And then we'll try the next one, because then we'll identify where the hole is. Can you stop here? You can make it to City 17. Alright. And then whatever else is coming up. Can you make it to Alpha Complexes? Viable. Now, you swerve out this way. I'm certain I've finished that bit of track. Can you make it here? Hold on. Oh, wait. You don't need to stop in Alpha Complex. You can't get to Raccoon City Central. Weird. Okay, why not? Why can't you do that? You saw it earlier on. It looked like it was done. There you go. Look, so we've got... Sorry, I'm whispering. Yeah, you come out over here. Oh, is that double slipped? It will need to be. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Okay, it is now double slipped. So, so there's no excuses on that front. But what's missing then? Have I missed a tiny bit of track somewhere? That's possible. Alright, keep coming around, keep coming around, keep coming around, keep coming round. Comes out of there, and Raccoon City Central. What? Which platform are you trying to go? We don't want 4. I don't know why you think we want 4. We want 1. Oh, look at that. It works. Right, now I'm betting you can actually make it all the way there now, and it's only because you were trying to use some ridiculous flipping platform that it wasn't working at all. So, add this. Yeah, and then kill that. Right. Okay. Now then, this is going to be... This needs a good name. Industrial is clearly what it is. Industrial. Maybe. Industrial Brick Super Train. Super... No. That's... Don't be silly. Industrial. Yes. Continental. Ooh. Yeah, brick route. That'll do. Right, set you on the industrial continental brick, please. Now, we're going to go ride on that in a moment, but we should already have a projection about the length of this route. Place your bets now. Okay. You got a number in mind? What we're looking for is the frequency number here. All right, let's go have a look. Wait for it. 34 minutes. Oh, that's not bad at all. That's fine. 34 is very workable. Right on board with Jerpy Cortex. Now, we're going to go the distance on board Mr. Cortex of the Jerp, and we will, well, we'll see what happens. But what this will likely highlight is where there are problems in terms of where queues are going to occur and that kind of thing. But the reason for riding along, as if it needed any explanation, is that we should get quite the views from this. I'm optimistic. I mean, we get quite the views here, but I mean, it's a long way down. You wouldn't want to be looking out of that. No siree, Bob. Right, so mental note: when you got 12 million quid, sort this tunnel out. It's a disgrace, but you know, we're operating on needs must, and apparently we've got the go ahead. Right, well, it's a good job on putting another signal in there. Ignore the concrete pillar. Ignore the cave in. And that, children, is why you don't do a junction that starts outside the tunnel and finishes inside it, because it looks terrible. And if immersion is a thing that you use occasionally as a word, it's going to break it. It's going to break that word and the immersion. Right, now then, this train is capable of 50 miles per hour. This loco is capable of 50 miles an hour once it gets a full head of everything. And we're currently doing 40, but we're still accelerating. So I'm pretty confident we're going to hit max speed, which is great. We're only carrying 10 wagons, and eventually we're going to want to be pulling 350, 400 units of what have you up here. So it's going to be quite a lot longer than it is now, which is why we don't want to be working single track very often on this line. I am going to deliberately keep some areas single track because queues are cool. They make for a very good viewing experience. This tunnel is boring to ride through. Can we get out the other end, please? Now ignore the ugly. And this, children, is why you don't do junctions in a tunnel. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is bold. Yes, man, I'm on the wrong side of the track and I don't care. Yeah, you really are, aren't you? Anyway, we should switch over onto line 3 here. We are slowing down, so yeah, evidently we're going to do this. No, we've got... Oh, controversial. We've gone for line 2. What does this mean for our hero and the potential everything? Honestly, couldn't tell you at the moment. We've got to go for line 3 at some point. It's the only way to get to our destination. There's some ugly bits of leftover landscape. Beautiful. But I tell you, those two quickie little tunnels, nice. Right, we've got an opposing train that we're going to come. Look at the view. A couple of ships in there would be nice. Maybe a plane flying overhead. We've got Dakotas. Although I don't think Dakotas do this route. There is a plane. There's one. It's up there. Can you see it? Probably not. Well, if you could, you'd be able to see it, and you'd go, "Oh, it's a plane." All right, going past the Zephyr now. That's on the maximum profit costing passenger route that we've got running up this island. I suspect it's probably making a bit more money now, but I doubt that it's hit full profit yet. And there we go. And, on queue, we've got a ship going that way. That's obviously a bulk tanker, and then you've got your paddle wheeler going down there, and we've got the green signal again, and we've got a lump in the track here. All right. Well, we'll get to that when we fix up this bit of track. You got another ship over there as well. Look. Oh, this is good. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. This is great. Anyway, here we go. Coming through City 17. Which is magnificent, though I say so myself. A little bit more inward development is going to be required. I mean, with a bit of smoothing and line and land balancing, there's easily room for a parallel road there that will lead to some additional housing being built. There we go past. I'm going to say it's a Coronation. It could be. We're sticking with line 2. It's just for this bit of passing track before we get to an expensive bridge that I didn't want to pay for. Ah, cunning. Now, I think there are 3 drains on the track doing the passenger run at the moment, but you will notice that we have yet to be held up. Now we've so far we have caused one train to have to wait at a signal. That is an acceptable casualty at the current time, especially given that I want to make some cash. Now obviously we're not going to make any cash from this because we haven't got any stone on board, but the very fact that we exist should mean that that Johnny Truckenstein back there is starting to load up the station with some stone. And now we switch back over onto here, and then there will be shortly another switch off to our next destination. Now here's a first test. We're going uphill. If we maintain 50, which it certainly looks like we're going to do, then all is no. We did drop a little. Drop to 49. So any further wagonage on here, it comes with a cost. It will come with a cost in terms of price, at least until we can afford to upgrade to the next loco. So I mean that's either a class 9000. I could go with that. It's a perfectly fine looking beast, or we hang on for the big boy. Which is an extra 3 million quid. We're going to have to slow down here because this is a grotty slip junction. How much are we slowing down? Imperceivably, 47. And then we're off on our own destiny. No more trains to get in the way, at least for a little while. And we will come out next to the passenger station that is currently unused. No, we won't. That's what we're bypassing. We'll come out next to the oil refinery. Okay. All right. And then we hit the part of the track that certain bold individuals have described as being the best route you've ever made. Yeah, I know, that was quite bold talk there. It was quite bold talk, and I'm neither able to prove or disprove whether that's the case or not. Felt pretty good while you were making it. It's got everything in there. It's got views, it's got tunnels, it's got bridges. None of it's too long. All of it's nicely paced. I think it could end up being a flyer. But we'll just have to wait until we get there. Anyway, you come out of the tunnel. I mean, as much as the only person who will enjoy this view is the driver, you come out and you've got your mountain town, you've got a goods station going on here, and this is going to get properly busy later on, because my intention is to use this as a hub for onward distribution and distraction. Anyway, you've then got this nice we're on the route now. You got this nice curvy bridge that goes over another bridge. This is good. Now, if you don't appreciate this, I'm almost tempted to shut up and just track some beats it, because it's got something. That's for sure. Anyway, here's a nice first bit, and then we've got a short bit of tunnel. I think it's a short bit of tunnel. We'll find out. Where's the? Yeah, there you go. Short bit of tunnel for another bit of bridge. Oh, the bridges don't match. Oh, sloppy. And then you've got a bit more estuary swampland going on over there. Right, okay. Then you've got a bit of downhill, which is odd given that we're largely going uphill to fulfill our destination here. Now, someone in the comments said that actually I'd used the wrong bridges here and all of these are speed limited to 75. Well, you can see how much I care that it's speed limited to 75 given that our speed limit's 50. So, details, and then we move onwards once again. This is looking very pleasing. Yeah, interesting. Given that we've got a Helix at the top end of the line in order to get us to the final destination, which is a higher elevation, I would say this downhill section probably could be reworked to potentially alleviate the need for a Helix on this line. Now, Helixes are cool. Helices are cool, but that doesn't mean that we should use them. It just means that they're cool. this is a long track. It's a long track, and I'll be honest with you, and I suspect you're there ahead of me. I've not got an awful lot to say about it, other than kind of going, there's another tunnel, here's another bridge, here's another nice bit of view. And, because every one of those things would be accurate. Another tunnel, another bit of bridge. Oh, hold on, we are slowing up. 44 now. So I wonder if that's the grade starting to bite a bit. I would suspect it probably is. The good news, though, such as it is we are running empty. Although there's no reason to run empty. It's very possible we could be taking bread up here as well, because it all connects together. So the bread that's coming into the Minas Tirith area by ship will be within catchment range to go on this train as well. That'll be fun. Kind of a mixed consist, and given that all the trucks as well can carry whatever they feel like, that can work too. And frankly, I don't really mind what it hauls. It's all about just bringing in the Benjamins, is the thing they say. The only really important thing is that this train can complete its journey within 1 calendar year. It's not even that important, to be honest, but it would be nice for it to complete its journey within 1 calendar year. That would be very useful indeed. Right, we're down to 36. I think we're in the Helix here. I'm going out on a limb because I don't put a 36 mile per hour corner on something unless I have to. Oh, this is even tighter. Oh, blimey. Yeah, we must be. We're getting some rail groan here as we continue upwards, and then another bridge that continues around. God, this is such a nice line. I think the superior views are going to be in the other direction, though. But we are reaching our destination. Okie dokie. Right, so that's the run there. It's not carrying anything. I didn't think it would be. But that is the run. Let's have a look and see what we've got in terms of, just the appearance and length and what have you. We've got 7 million quid in the bank. All right, let's repay that. How much have we actually spent this year? 8.5 on some vehicles, and then another 400 on a bit of construction. All right, it now has to get down to the other end in order to do something. Should we ride it downhill? Well, you've stuck it out this long. Let's ride it downhill and see if I'm right about the views being superior. We'll only get down as far as the bottom of the hill. Once we've done that, I will go and see if there's some stone being produced. I'm really hopeful that there is. The train has been gone long enough that it should be producing by this point. Plane again. I ought to upgrade my planes. It's been a while since I upgraded them. And I also want to put in some more airports as well. Right, yes, definitely into the Helix. That's good. Continuing on our spiral down. And then we'll emerge out to the other end and should be confronted with quite a handsome view, given that we are at a higher elevation than the remainder of the track at this point. I'm really hoping for an absolutely killer view. It might be that this line is not the greatest when it comes to cab views, and that instead it's all about, watching the trains go past. That is not a killer view. That's quite a mediocre view. What have we got coming up? No, you're clearly going to have to wait until the sea's in range of eyesight to get yourself a snapshot moment here. It'll happen, I'm certain of it. In fact, as we come out here, I'm going to hop off and see if it is in fact the views of the train doing its thing that just make this lively. In fact, this is the bit that's going to look great. Something along these lines. Now, imagine this with a train like 3 times the length, fully loaded. Right, so you'll be locoing through there, you have your wagon still going in that end. This is a very attractive line. And then you've got this section here, which I think I've got about enough. It's not quite tall enough. You can't see over there to get a good view. But we can see that. Yeah, I know. I am compositing my my thumbnail for this episode. Bit of smoke would be nice there, Mikado. Thank you. That's pretty appealing. All right, good. It's now going to wend its way all the way down, back up to the other end, where, keep your fingers crossed, people, has the magic happened? No, I'm seeing bread. I'm not seeing stone. All right, we might have a bit of a longer wait before that kicks off. Or we might need more train on there to get it to kick off. The other thing to test, of course, is this in range of that? It looks like it is. You've got grey lines coming around here. But is it close enough? Because it doesn't seal the box, you see. I think it is. I think it is close enough. Is there even a button to be able to test it? I don't think there is there? I don't think you can go, yeah, you're total. Oh, hold on. It's not in range. No, it's not. It doesn't reach the platform, look. Oh, no, it reaches the track. No, normally when something's in range, show the other side, right, you get... So there's the underground ramps and so forth that people can go and stroll about. But you know, there's no uncertainty to be factored in here at all. That is definitely in range. So if we now do the same, kill that with this, I think it comes up short. Although saying that, it does reach the tracks. Anyway, what will definitely not happen is this won't start producing at all. It's not using the line at the moment, but what's not clear is whether that's down to the journey time of the train, which would be the first item we try, or whether it's the lack of proximity. In fact, you know what? I'm going to spend the money just to be certain. If we stick one in that is definitely in range, can you do me that for peanuts? All right, 60k. It's worth it for the experiment. What do you colour in? Exactly the same. So you only get that much, which means that this one, you're going to kill that, and then just do this. Hold on, I'm uncertain again. Is it that? Is it that? Now, obviously, you know, that's a firmer connection. But that's still a connection. You can see it. It's still a connection. It's flimsy, but it exists. All right, I'm leaving that there for the moment. You know why? Because if I remove it, then the universe will say, well, I'm afraid. And then it will complete its sentence with disappointment. So we're just going to leave it there. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today because, well, we've just got to wait and see what happens. I'm going to activate this just while I rattle on, just to see if anything happens. There is the possibility of a bread delivery. It's not like we haven't got stuff happening up the other end. But at the moment, nothing. Maybe another truck. Maybe another truck. Well, it wouldn't kill us to put another truck on there. Let's put another truck on there. Buy another road vehicle. You never know. Could be that makes a difference. Might be that it doesn't make a difference. Let's buy that. Hold on. Make sure this hauls stone. Found it. Found a problem. Found a problem here. Found a problem. Got a problem that is one that I found. And the problem that I found, this doesn't haul stone. Okay. Thank you for that. All right. I found it. That's the issue there. Right. So we want to go find another Studley Baker here. You carry flipping stone, don't you? Buy 2 of them. And then set line onto industrial whatnot. Is it industrial whatnot or is it stone transfer? Go, 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 go. Because the train will be back in a minute. All right. That was a worthy discovery there. It's just as well I checked it. Where's the existing stone transfer Minas Tirith? Right, you, come here. Replacement with the one that does stone, please. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yes. On. Replace now. Yes. Go. Right, that only cost me 10k, so that was okay. Right, there you go. Right, now then, are you going to play ball with us? Because this could be the train that we're waiting for, and is it? It is. It is the Jerp Cortex that is coming on in. We're not going to get any stone this time as well, which means that Jerp is just jerping our chain as far as money is concerned. Let's pay all of that into the loan and get through to the end of the thing. All right, it has now completed a lap. There is an upside to this, of course. Oh, that's a ship. You can't fool me. That's definitely a ship. Let's see what it is. It's not a ship. It is a ship. It's the Axalp. And the Viola. And something from the ship expansion, the Explorer. And the Routemaster. And the new Naffies. And other things too. Well, this is all very exciting. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to find you something to look at. And then we'll split up and catch each other on the flip side. I'm going to tell you what, look, because there's always an element of will it, won't it that goes on here. Are you at the moment? Nah. Will you in a minute? Yeah. All right, well, I'm resting a lot on the fact that you're going to start working for a living. Or, in fact, anything. I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. Notwithstanding choosing the wrong trucks there, this route has got a massive amount of potential. The amount of time it's going to take to get from raw resource to end product and then back again. I think double-digit millions per load is entirely viable. Of course, you're going to need a train big enough and beefy enough to actually make that happen, and there's only something that is big and beefy enough to make that happen, and I'm sure it's going to make an appearance pretty swiftly. The other option that I clocked was that maybe we use that station just outside the oil refinery as an interstitial drop-off point, running one route all the way up to go and get more stone converted, and meanwhile the other train taking oil back and bringing stone out. There's good money to be had in both directions there, but choices are good, and that's what we're going to work on.